XG everything I do with A1, flawless, make them go insane, pandemonium, riot, always staying fresh, got the cream in my diet, head to my try to make never done it. Today I was on Muji? No, I was watching this person on this Korean beauty YouTuber, and she showed these new products, and it really brought me back to the feeling that I got when I first discovered K-beauty, where everything was like cute, affordable, but like great quality. Quality, I don't know yet because I haven't actually tried it. COLORGRAM, this brand. I saw this in the thumbnail of her video and I was like, I must have that. It's kind of giving that vibe from back then, but like a little bit more upgraded and a little bit more sophisticated, where it's cute, but it's not like, you know, panda eye sticks cute. I feel like every time I talk about old K-beauty products, that's like my go-to reference. My skin, I go back and forth using my little retinols and tretinoids and shit like that. So currently it's in that dry, it's like smooth, but like that dry, tight phase. I'm gonna use this SIORIS Enriched by Nature cream. Besides the palette, I got some of their other new products, and I think they're very affordable as well. So that's kind of like the main thing around this video. All this stuff is going to be my more affordable K-beauty stuff. I don't want to categorize it by like cheap makeup and, you know, expensive makeup, because you can find good and bad in both price ranges. But I'm thinking the concept today, it's like, oh, if I'm a student or something and I want a full routine, but I don't want to break the bank on like every product in the makeup pouch. This moisturizer is more like a balm. I don't normally like to use super heavy, rich creams before makeup, but the foundation we're gonna be using, I'm using this one that I showed in my Instagram story once, which you probably haven't seen because that shit is only up for 24 hours. CLIO's cute little cat shit thing. I don't know. FOUNWEAR cushion, it's their FOUNWEAR cushion, but they collaborated with this brand, I think, and they basically made the packaging this toasty beige shade and they gave you stickers. The sock and this thing are from this other brand my friend is in cahoots with, my friend Sean. This brand came into Korea called Toilet Paper Beauty. And I was like, oh shit, because I saw them collaborate with 3CE for one collection. I was like, oh my God. It turns out it's just like body products, like soap and body lotion. So a little disappointed, but anyway, it came with stickers. I didn't really like all the stickers that came with this cushion. So there was just 2 empty spaces here. So I filled them up with the sock and this thing that says toilet paper. So this cream is really good for, it's really rich, but it doesn't leave like a super greasy finish. It's kind of like, it leaves your skin feeling like bouncy and like this texture. If you have oily skin, you might hate it, but if you find that your moisture in your skin kind of just dissipates super easily, I think you would really like this cream. And that is available on Style Korean. So in fact, their toner, SIORIS Essener, I've shown before, and that is really fantastic as well. So this is a cushion. I have mine in the shade 3, BY Linen, but I hate this puff. It's so thin. And the fact that this, also look at the cushion inside, it's so cute. It's like a very matte foundation. So this plus this, if you're not skilled with applying cushion products, it's gonna be hard to blend because it fixes so quickly to the skin. For this type of formula, I like to use this brush. This brush is from Chongsaemur. It's their new foundation brush. It's great for applying, and also it really fills in pores, and it's great for using with cushion foundations, especially these matte ones that fucking dry so quickly. You just get some base product on the white part of the bristles. Right here, I'm just tapping, not too much. And then I'm still not a huge fan of this formula because it is so drying. I really only recommend it for people with the oiliest skin that live in countries that are humid, and, you know, because otherwise if you're in a dry country with a dry skin type, you are going to hate this because it can get really like cracked looking and make your skin look so dehydrated. I don't know why it's so popular, to be honest. This got popular just because it's cute, I think. I think doing it this way does give you less coverage, but to be honest, I never really liked the color of CLIO foundations to begin with. And this is the like darkest color or the second to darkest color in the line. And the fact that they keep changing the colors every single time they come up with a new cushion or liquid foundation, which I always complain about how they come out with new fucking base products every goddamn few weeks. The girls at CLIO need to settle down. My skin looks kind of messy, to be honest. I don't even know why I'm using this fucking, because I just wanted to show this on camera, I guess. I think if you have good skin to begin with, this would look so pretty on you because it does give a really porcelain matte finish. So this is part of the Kill cover line, but it's ironic because I don't I have other cushions that are much better coverage, that apply better. I'm sorry, I'm not happy with this. The shop that Red Velvet goes to, the makeup shop, there's an artist there that loves to mix these two concealers together, the Luna Long Lasting and the Blemish Cover Bright from HANSKIN. She will like mix the two on the back of her hand. And these two I think are pretty decent in price. Sometimes they even just use this as the actual base. And then I'll just feather it on. I'm not really one to follow Kepler, but this morning their Giddy music video came out, and girl, when I heard that bass line come in, I was like, ugh, it's that fucking baseline shit again, which I'm like tired of it. But for some reason, I watched the music video over like 3 times. They must have done something because they probably changed production teams, it seems like, because that music video was on point. Everyone looked so good. The camera angles, the lighting, the effects, everything looked so good. And I think it's because I'm not really a fan of like, was it We Fresh or some shit like that? Up, I fucking love Up. We go, da 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 da. I love that song. But I think Giddy kind of put them back on the map for me. So I'm like, okay. All right, Kepler. The way everyone's calling the group name that hasn't been decided yet on Voice by Bepler. Oh my god. Okay, so I got a little bit better coverage with that. The fact that I use a matte foundation, I should not be using powder, but I wanted to try this. I haven't tried this all over my skin. This is the ESPOIR Pro Tailor Be Glow Sheer Powder. I think the main appeal for this, though, is it's supposed to keep glow on your skin, but still be able to set your base. I've swatched it before, and there is almost like a kind of slight sheer glow to it. I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but can you tell? Oh my god, it starts to get dry around my nose. Huh. Oh my god. I forgot about, oh shit. COLORGRAM Reforming Contour Stick in number 2 Cool Tone. There's a warm tone. At first, when I first saw it, I thought it was one of those new, because lip liners have been really popular in Korea lately, where they're used just to kind of shape your lips. I thought it was for that, but it's actually a contour stick. And to be honest, I don't know. I know for a fact I'm not gonna like this. And it does come with like a sponge tip, but you know damn well, if you've ever used shit like this, these sponge tips are so hard, so you put it on right. You try to use it to blend it, but one, you probably end up swiping off the thing and like it basically disappears, and you scratch the base under your, you know, what you just did. My hope is that it doesn't, when I blend it, it doesn't just disappear into nothing. I'm gonna put it right here. I've kind of been trying to forego the really just skinny 2 lines here. I still kind of do it, but I'm more into like doing this shape here, and then at the end, kind of just give me like a little, that kind of like upwards, like little elf looking nose. I don't know what the fuck you call it. I can guarantee you this is not gonna blend out well. Look, it's so hard. It makes it so hard to blend. Oh, I hate it. And the shit gets dirty and it's like, ugh. I prefer to just use a brush like this. This is from Sephora. It's the number 71 brush. Especially for stick stuff. I don't like putting stick products directly on my face because it just makes it harder to blend. I'd rather put on my back of my hand, pick it up with a brush, and then apply it. But if it's like this sort of situation, apply the stick first and then just pat it into place. So you can blend it, but you're not taking away too much product. This is a SAEM concealer, Cover Perfection Tip Concealer, a true classic. Kind of here. That is not straight. And then here. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. All this stuff is just okay. I really prefer just using powder products. It's just my preferred method. I'd rather do my base quickly, set everything with powder, and just go on top with, you know, my powder contour, highlighter, all that. Leave it at that. I'm gonna put some primer. This one is not, I mean, it's Urban Decay. It's like Ulta/Sephora pricing, but while I'm waiting for the primer to dry, I'm gonna not really fill in my brows, but as I've told you guys before lately, just recoloring my brows because I bleached my hair. I'm just using this GIVERNY Impression Setting Brow Cara in Soft Blossom. I love this because it colors really well, like it's pigmented enough, and the brush is really tiny. Because I love the Can Make Heavy Rotation one, but the brush is really thick, so it gets on your skin really easily. This one, I can kind of just feather the tips of the brow hairs, coat the brow hairs in the brow cara, and and then just use a separate spoolie to Brush that hoe out. Okay, let's get into this palette. Now, oh my god, hold on, no, before we do the eyeshadow, they have these two highlighters that were so cute. I was like, I need to have those because they weren't too expensive at all. And they look like they'd be really good for travel. Not that I'm really traveling anyway. ColorGram Milk Bling highlighters. And there's a cool tone pink shade and a, like, kind of like a neutrally beige peach shade. Oh my god, they're so lightweight. They almost look like the Laneige creams. Look at that, so cute. And here's the warm peachy shade. Even, oh my god, I don't want to even touch that. It's so cute. And at first I thought you would just like do this, but it says use a brush or your fingers to apply. Let me see if I turn this off. Right there. So when you're looking straight, you don't really see it, but then when you turn your head, you get this light, like, I don't know, putting it right here doesn't, I don't think it looks flattering at all. I think it makes your face look bigger, so. Oh wow, that's really pink. Even though there's like, here in this lighting, you can really see the shimmering glitter, but in person it just looks like a pretty highlighter. It doesn't look too chunky, if that makes sense. Okay, and now for the one I'm so fucking excited for is this eyeshadow palette. Now, I did open it to take a look at it, but I was shocked because when I first opened it, there's this plastic protector and I took it off, but I like did this and bitch. This shit popped right out. Ugh, so I have to glue it back in there. But anyway, this is the ColorGram Pinpoint Eyeshadow Palette in pink plus mauve equals heart. I'm obviously super into these sorts of colors. Quite a bit of white-ish shades, which I'm not a huge fan of because if I want anything to show up as proper color and not just like white, which I can find use in now, but for my things like my base shade, they have to be like at least this deep in color, you know what I mean? I will use this shade first. And it's like, oh my god, no! It went under my PC. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? I'll use this one because that color was too warm for me. I want like a really pinky sort of look today. Holy shit, that goes on so smooth. Usually my impression of colors like this, they're little domed eyeshadows, so I assume that they have to be a certain type of formula to be able to stay put in there and like have that shape, like baked, which to me, those types of shadows aren't really pigmented enough. But surprising, this is pretty decently pigmented and there's no like fallout. Okay. And then maybe like a mix of these two to blend that out just here. Not trying to go too crazy, just following my natural eye shape in the socket. Okay, that's already giving like a look. And then what I think I'll do is I'm gonna take this really bright ivory shade on this sort of brush here to highlight right here. Basically what I would do with like concealer and stuff, like the cut crease or whatever, but this is a more wearable, everyday sort of method of doing that look. So I'll have my nose contour here, and then I'll have that brightening shade here, and it really adds dimension to the eye, and like, you know, it creates this really pretty like sweep into the eye, like all the girls in Douyin. And also, what I don't know, I forgot the name of the app, but I downloaded this new app that's similar to, no, it's not similar at all. To be honest, it's very similar content to TikTok, whatever, like at least like for the makeup stuff, but a lot of them have been like, they'll do this thing. I'm gonna use this shade to kind of do my little eyeliner thing that I always fucking do. And then I want to use this shade. Oh my god. 잠깐만. Look at that. Oh shit. I'll basically just do this to the top lid, and for the bottom lid, I will take, girl, this brush has been my favorite. I used to only use for like the outer corner, but I stopped reaching for it at some point because I just found it's like this pencil, this tapered pencil brush shape. And I was just like, oh, it's too small. It's kind of annoying to like put in my kind of like deepening shade, but I found that this pointy pencil shape is perfect for working on the under eye, like the egg side. So what I'll do is I'll take the bright ivory shade that I used to brighten the inner corner, and then I'll just brighten the kind of just like the front mostly right here. And then I'll take a deeper shade, something that I could use to contour, so something around here, and I will just do my egg side. Again, like I said in a previous video, just the front part, because if I do the whole thing, it looks kind of crazy on me. I mean, it looks crazy on me to begin with, but and because of the shape, I'm able to apply it with the brush, but also blend it at the same time. And then as per usual, my little under eye line thing. So I'm gonna take this color, not the darkest one, but usually for this line, I'll take the second to darkest color in the palette. Or if there's no color like that, I'll mix the darkest eyeliner color with like, I don't know, my base shade, so it's not too dark. I'll put some on the front here, right where the eye curves downwards, and then on the outer part here. occasionally, if I'm feeling like this part is just too dark, I'll go back in with the pencil brush that I took with that ivory shade. I'll put it in this little outer corner here under my eyeliner, just to kind of like make space here and kind of just, I don't know. I'm too fucking excited. My back is like aching because of my posture. And you know what? Just because I don't want to talk too much shit about her, I'll use that fucking shadow that keeps popping out, this one. And I saw someone on some Chinese app use a concealer brush to apply their shimmer, and it actually goes on really well. Dude, the shimmers in this are so fucking pretty. Use this MUDE one. This one I also got from Style Korean. It's MUDE mascara. It's one of those fiber ones, so there's little extra fibers in there to give you longer looking lashes. You cannot tell a difference because of the way I put mascara on, but again, if you are, I need to do a video where literally like I go through, I always talk about how like individual lashes would like complete the fucking look, but one time I need to actually do it because I always like, you know, I don't do it, but if you did, it would look so pretty. I need to actually fucking do it. And before we say goodbye to our little palette, another thing I've been doing is, again, that pencil brush. It's so useful. I use this and then I'll take like a kind of like basically my base shadow and put some on my Cupid's bow, just to give me a bit of like color here and shape. And I can also do this with my blush. It doesn't really matter. And then when we put on the lip tint, it will look really pretty and all that. I found this blush on Coupang. It's from some random brand I've never heard of. It's just called LIZDA. The LIZDA Mellow Mood Fit Chic in number 4, Eternal Purple. And when I saw it, I was like, I gagged, because you don't really see colors like this. It probably just looks like every other pink to you from K-Beauty, but it kind of is. But I don't know, whenever a K-Beauty brands will be like, oh, it's like cool tone mauve pink, but like there's still a degree of warmth to it, and so it'll still pull more orange on my cheeks. But this one is like an actual proper purpley mauve color, so I've been living for this shit, and it was so cheap. I don't know if it's available on like sites like, I don't know, Style Korean or Yes Style or what are the, I have no idea what the other ones are. I know there's a lot now these days, but this flower nose shit, this brush, they come out with a new one every collection. I'm so excited for the mermaid collection. My god, it's so I love blue. There's so much blue in it. I'm like obsessed. I think they're sending it to me because they emailed me. They're like, oh, we want to send you our new collection. So I was like, yes, please. But anyway, these brushes are fantastic for applying and just like giving you that cloudy, blurred out cheek. I put it here on the tip of my nose and here. I love blush. I think I'm gonna go back in with this highlighter too. Here. Right where my actual lip kind of sticks out. I just think it's so pretty. I'm not gonna try to use anything new. This is the good old ROM&ND Juicy Lasting Tint in Bare Grape. A lot of people are visiting Korea now, and so they're hitting up Olive Young. Get this one. This is Olive Young's #1 tint, and absolutely for good reason, because it's more for cool tone skins, but because of like the formula and like it's not so sheer, but it's great for like any skin tone, to be honest, because it's like this is very just natural kind of like bare grape color. Ooh, okay, the thing is though, it smells fantastic when you first get it, but eventually, now this won't be a problem if like you're the type that has one tint and you just use it all the time. I have so many tints, so I'm always switching them, so she's smelling a little funky, but if you're using it all the time, then it should be no issue for you because you'll use it up faster and you can throw it away. When there's only a little bit left on the applicator, I go underneath here for some shape on the center. On the back side of the applicator, I use that to apply on here on the upper lip, and then whatever like the tiny bit that's left on here, like, I mean, I already put highlighter here or whatever, but I'll kind of do this. I would either do a powder highlighter or I would do this. I wouldn't do both at once, but I kind of want to show you. I'm being lazy now, so I'm just I'm being lazy now, so I'm kind of just it. But if you want to keep a lot of that glow, use a lip brush. This color is coming off a lot darker on my lips because my lips are naturally super red. But if you have more pale lips, it will give the most pretty, hazy, kind of mauve-y sort of cool tone lip, and it's just so fucking pretty. Skin is looking a little dehydrated, but that's nothing I can really... Actually, I could do something about it. I could like not wear makeup. Okay, my skin was looking fucking shit. That day I left my makeup on like the whole day, and then when I went to go wash my face at night, so I redid my whole makeup with the same stuff, basically just different foundation, And yeah, I am obsessed with this fucking eyeshadow palette. The color story, the love of pigment. I will say though, I would recommend using a primer because when I went to go film the swatching on my arms, obviously the skin on my arm is kind of dry and it didn't really show up very much until I got to like the darker colors. So I would definitely recommend using a primer or making sure there's some kind of like maybe foundation or concealer on the eyes. The highlighters are really cute. They're actually not as intense as I was expecting, but they are really great and they're natural and it's good for every day. And they're really compact and small. And because of this heart shape, I would actually recommend even just using it like this and then just using your finger to blend it out, because the shape of it actually makes it kind of awkward. It might be just because of the type of brush that I use for highlighter. If you use a more like fluffy type of highlighter brush, you probably just do this, but you can kind of just use your fingers and that'll be totally fine. This contour stick, girl, get the shit out of my face. The only time I can see this being useful is if you're the type that doesn't really wear foundation. You like maybe you put a little bit of just concealer under your eyes and like you just you add cream blush and then you want to add a little bit of shape to your face using a contour stick and you use your fingers to blend. I think this would be perfect. But for my type of makeup, I don't really find myself using it very much. And if I were to use this, I just feel like the process of having to use it is just annoying. So like I said earlier before in the video, I'd rather just use powder products for stuff like that. But yeah, definitely if you are in Korea and you're looking for some cute makeup items to check out, I would definitely check this out. Also, because there is a warm version of this, which is also really cute. We'll see you guys later. That shimmer though, honestly, get it for the shimmer. Yeah, bye.